Hey y'all, happy Friday. It's after 5 o'clock. Come on in here, come on in here. Hello, happy Friday. Let me see. Can y'all see me yet? Let's see what's going on over here. It seemed like we got action. It seemed like we're working. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Thank y'all for joining. Get on in here. We're going to talk. So, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Show me some love. Let me see who else in here. I see a couple of my folks. People are coming in slowly, making their way in. But happy Friday, y'all. It's been a really, really, really good week for me. Hey, Toya, I see you. Hey, Sherry, I see you. It's been a really good week. I have been eating clean all week, and that is not a normal part of my life, but we're doing it right now. So I'm feeling good. My body feels good. My mind feels good. Hey, Shawanda, come on in. Happy Friday. I know y'all keep saying happy Thursday, but I keep telling people that I start my Friday. Back when I was in corporate, I began starting my Friday at 5 o'clock on Thursday so that I could extend my weekend. So if you hear me say happy Friday on a Thursday, it's because it's after 5 o'clock. But as you're coming in, I'm going to ask this question. I want you to drop your answer in the chat. When was your last breakup? And this could be any kind of breakup. It can be a romantic breakup, a friendship breakup, breakup with the family, breakup with the job. Drop a comment and let me know when your last breakup was. As we allow people to come on in, because today we are going to be talking about breakups. So last week I had posed a question to you guys, and I asked, do you think it's okay to abandon people, to abandon someone or something? And 90% of you guys said it is not a bad thing. If something is no longer pouring into you, if it's overwhelming you, if it's making you feel stressed, then absolutely it is okay for you to abandon that thing. So that got me to thinking about just people and places and different times of life and how we had to let things go. And so you guys are sharing your breakup. So we had a company breakup in 2021. Yep, that happens. I had one of those in 2021. Was it 2021? No, my company breakup was 2022. So company breakups happen. We have to leave those jobs. That's definitely one of the breakups that happened. But I want to share with you guys this post that I came across. Now it's a little crazy. At the same time, y'all know I live in the no judgment zone. So I'm going to share with you this post that this lady wrote. And the title says, "When it comes to men, I know how to pick them." Now, you know, she's not going to list out no good qualities. But again, this is a no judgment zone. So we're going to use this as an opportunity to learn from her and just to talk about some things that I've noticed. So when it comes to men, I know how to pick them. The one who said he was raped by taxes worse than I was raped in the army, unacceptable. The one who cheated with over 100 people. The one who drank himself into oblivion. Oh, wait, they all did that. The one who lied. The one who committed food stamp fraud. The one who was a drug dealer and his kids were drug dealers too. The one whose mother committed trademark fraud and harassed old ladies to steal their estate. The one who solicited prostitutes, the one who runs a puppy mill, the one who gave me a disease. Again, if you're just getting in here, this is not my story. I'm sharing the story of a lady on social media who's talking about the partners, the profiles of the partners that she's chosen. The one who financially abused me, the one who emotionally neglected me, the one who verbally abused me, the one who owes back child support, the one who was in prison for 12 years, the one whose mother and family watched me and criticized me behind my back, The one whose father, sister, stepdad, children, and entire family are addicts, gamblers, and hustlers. The one who called others trailer trash, whole living in a fifth while living in a fifth wheel trailer. She goes on. This is about 9 slides of the profile of the men that she's dated. Now, while you may have only dated one of those types, or maybe none of those types, I think it's an opportunity for us all to take a look at the relationships in our lives, right? Because life is really just a series of relationships. They may be platonic, they may be romantic. Those relationships could be personal, they could be professional, they could also be formal, they could be casual. Like all we're doing as we're navigating life is having a series of different relationships. And while you may not have dated these types of people, you may have come across some of them. If we are being honest, I think most of us have probably watched a friend or a family member drink themselves into an oblivion. We may have taken an opportunity to, not say anything to someone who we noticed was, committing a little bit of fraud, even if it wasn't something big. Y'all remember those PPP loan days? Everyone that's in our lives don't always have the best intentions for themselves, and a lot of times that can show up as them not having the best intentions or the positive impact on us that we would like for them to have. So when we're in those situations, I'm gonna say this to y'all: y'all need to break up. When you're dealing with people who are taking more from you than they are giving to you, it is okay to abandon them so that you can continue to grow and become a better version of yourself. So I want y'all to remember, y'all need to break up. It is okay to break up. But when we think about how do we end up in these different relationships, it's not just about what the other person was doing. Because it's real easy to look across the aisle and point your finger at someone and say, this is what they did wrong. This is what he did wrong. She did wrong. But we all know when you point one finger, there's four of them looking back at you, right? And so, of all the relationships that we have to manage, the most important relationship that you have is the relationship that you have with yourself. Because when those people leave, you still are having thoughts and beliefs and taking actions, taking steps that may also be contributing to your own demise, whether it's you feeling overwhelmed because you're taking on too many projects, whether it's because you are, not putting in enough effort into taking care of your health, making sure that you're eating well. There are so many different types of abuse that we can inflict upon ourselves that usually if we take a look at the people who are around us that we think are doing those things to us, somehow we've done something to allow it. Whether it's because we believe we can't do anything better, we fall on this is how I've always been, so this is what I'm going to do. There are so many different ways that we abuse ourselves that we also need to make sure that we are breaking up with those habits, those actions, and those beliefs. So, yes, April, any type of abuse is toxic. You're right, whether it's physical, verbal, or emotional. And that abuse can come from ourselves, right? Like, how many times have you said to yourself, like, nah, I can't do that because who said you can't? That was you. Now, maybe you heard someone say it before and you began to internalize it, but a lot of times we are more abusive to ourselves, which then creates space for other people to be abusive towards us as well. So that's something that I want us all to be mindful of, right? It's okay to break up with people, but more importantly, there's an opportunity for us to break up with our own internal beliefs, our own actions, our own habits, the little things that we're doing day after day after day after day that get us in these situations where we're not living up to our potential, where we're not putting forth the effort that we can to create the lives that we want. So, let me ask you guys a question. Who is someone, or what is one thing that you need to break up with? Your own habit, your own belief, your own steps, whether it's people that you allow in your life, whether it's, things that you haven't done. What's a belief that you need to break up with? I had to break up with bad eating because let me tell you, I rested on the fact that when I was in high school, I was super, super active, super busy, always running from one place to the next. So I ate fast food all the time because I was never home. I was always in the car. And it was always easier to pick up something from McDonald's or Wendy's or Bojangles than it was to, be at home and pack a lunch or whatever. And that led to like, them pounds start increasing and it's cute at first. But after 40 hit, baby, it's a different situation. So my most recent breakup is, breaking up with fast food. It was a long one coming. So that's one of the breakups that I've had to experience recently. I've also had to break up with, that's a good one, Toya, breaking up with procrastination. That one, is multi-layered because when it comes to procrastination, like sometimes it's something else. It's not even that we're just not getting the work done. At least I'll speak for myself. A lot of times when I'm procrastinating, it's because I'm tired. And I need to break up with not prioritizing rest. I need to break up with putting so much on my to-do list that I don't have space to relax. So I don't have the energy to get the things done that I need to do. So procrastination is definitely a good one. But we just always have to make sure that we're examining, like, why are we procrastinating? Sometimes you're just too damn tired. But again, that's fueled by other things. So procrastination is definitely a good one to break up with. Also, just being afraid of thinking big and going after the big thing. So many times, we'll say to ourselves, if I could just get this, and it'll be something small. If I could just get this, then I'll be fine. Why you playing small? Go after the big thing. Get excited about the big thing. They always said if you shoot for shoot for the moon, even if you miss you'll land amongst the stars. That's so true. That's so true. Stop settling for small dreams, because there's so much more that's out there for you. So what's up? I need to break up with taking on friends and family problems and trying to help them get to a better place. Baby, I think we've all been there. We've all tried to be someone else's savior while it was destroying us in the process. You are definitely not alone, Ramel, in that one. Um, that one's hard though, because you really want to see them in a better place. And you feel like, man, if I could just help them take these couple of steps, that they'll end up in a place where it's better for them and, we can all rejoice and celebrate. But I had a friend tell me this one time. There's no such thing as advice, truly. Advice is simply what you would do if you were in the situation. But guess what? You're not the one in the situation. And so sometimes we get so caught up on not only providing advice, but get tied to the other person actually taking the steps, taking that advice and putting it into action. And then whenever they don't do it, we're upset. Or whenever they take a different path, you're like, well, I told you if you would have just done this, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it's their life, it's their journey. But it's hard. It's definitely hard to let people go and let them take their own journey, and not be attached to how they respond to the advice that you're giving them. Because when you look at it, it's like, it's so simple. It's so simple. I could see how you can get to a better situation, but they got to get there on their own. So that was another good one. Also breaking up with imposter syndrome. When I tell you, that's one that like I'm constantly like shooting down. Mine comes in the form of perfection. I want to be perfect at everything. I want to be perfect at this. Y'all about didn't get this live today. Y'all almost didn't get it because there were some things that I wanted to do beforehand. I didn't market it right. I didn't tell y'all soon enough. But that is a form of imposter syndrome because perfectionism says, if I don't do it perfect, then it's not worth it. Then I'm not worth it. Man, if we don't get that kind of thinking out of here, So y'all gonna get this imperfection. Y'all are gonna get me in these spaces because I have an opportunity to be in them. Y'all are going to um see me flawed. Everything ain't gonna be cute. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. Some stuff is gonna work, and some stuff you're like, oh, they could have done that better. But you know what? Done is always better than perfect every single time. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep getting better. Shout out to my people that's over there on Instagram. Progress is better than perfection every time. Inez, that's a really good one. We got to keep making those steps. So not only is progress better than perfection, we got to break up with perfection altogether. It's not even a comparison. It shouldn't even be on our list. That's right, Q. We're gonna keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until we get better. They say practice makes perfect, but really practice makes progress. And perfection is not real. We stay looking at other people thinking what they're doing is perfect, thinking the way someone did a thing is the perfect way, while someone else is easily critiquing it. There's going to be so many different opinions on what you're doing, but it's always those people who are not doing it that are given the most critique, right? Those who are outside of the ring can say whether or not you took made the right move, but when you're in that thing fighting, you're the one that's really learning and growing. So absolutely, we're gonna break up with imposter syndrome. So because we're breaking up with imposter syndrome, I think we're going to end on that one. Y'all need to break up, but this is the first of many to come. We're going to be talking about relationships that we have with ourselves, but relationships that we have with other people. And we're going to be letting go of a lot of things that are holding us back. Again, the habits, the beliefs, the people, the actions, the inactions. We're going to let that stuff go. So I hope you guys will join me again. We'll be back next week, next Thursday, for more Y'all Need to Break Up. Now, y'all enjoy y'all Friday. For those of you who just getting in here, if you didn't know, my Friday starts at 5 o'clock on Thursday so that I can extend my weekend. So I'm going to wish you all a very happy Friday. Hope that you have an amazing weekend and break up with some things that's not working for you. See y'all later. Bye.